Hey guys, it's Harshith from Harshith Today's. Welcome back to my channel. So today I am back with a new book review. The book that I'm going to be reviewing today is Let's Go Time Traveling: Life in India Through the Ages by Subhadra Sen Gupta. This book was illustrated by Tapas Guha. This is the cover of the book. Before I talk about the book, I would like to talk about the author. Before that, I have some questions for you. The answers for these four questions are already given in the book, and these questions are from the back of the book. So the first question is: Was King Ashoka fond of chewing pan? Then Muligitani was a soup, but what was Pish Pash? And did they design jewelry in Harappa? And who played Pachisi, Chaupar, and Lam Turki? So, to find out the answers for all of these weird and interesting questions, you have to read the book. It's an awesome book, guys. It takes you through the different ages in history. So, when you look at the first page, it says what this book is about, and then early India, then ancient India, then we go to medieval India, which has the Delhi Sultanate, and the Mughals period in it too, and finally we have British India. And over here in early India, we have about the Harappan civilization and about the Indo-Aryans, about their invasion, about what things they gave for the society. The Harappan After the Harappan society, we see the Indo-Aryans and about their contributions to human history. We look at that, and over here another thing that it says is in ancient India we can see about the Mauryas, the Guptas, the Pallavas, and the Cholas too. Personally, I have two favorite parts in this whole book. First is ancient India, and the second is British India. Mm, I'll talk about that more later. Before that, I'll talk about the author. So, the author of this book is Subhadra Sen Gupta. She's a very famous author. She has written a lot of children's books, and she's the kind of person who really writes in detail. This book is all about history, and she conveys it in. She takes the facts, she puts them together as a story. She makes a story for every different time period. She relates history to that story, and she talks about what happened in that period through the story. She gives an overview of everything. That's something I really like about this big book, because all the different time periods have something in common. So the first time period contributes something to the second, third, and fourth, and all of the time periods have something linked to that time before them. And that the transition that she gives is something that I really enjoyed in this book. Now, Subhadra Sen Gupta, like I said, she's a very good author. She passed away today due to COVID-19. And speaking of COVID-19, hope everyone is safe and sound at home. This book is something that I really wanted to review for a long time. The book is a kind of book that needs some time to understand. It's not the kind of book that you read in a day. You say it's a master. It's like you say this is really awesome and I understood it. I read it like about 10 times and I still couldn't understand it. Now, after learning about history in school, I am really starting to get the hang of what is happening all around, how it's happening, and how this is related to what I study in my school. So the book is really helpful to me in that way. I can relate what's in my history book to this book, and I refer to this as not only a tome of knowledge or a tome which talks about history, but I also refer to this and I also read it as an interesting story, because it has all these illustrations, comical illustrations in it. That's something that's really, it adds that bit of detail to it. So the things which you can't imagine, the main parts, you have them as illustrations. Now, the different time periods, like I said, they are connected to each other. And when they're connected to each other, they talk about what each time period has contributed and how the development of technology how the necessity for things has brought the technology today. So how the need for writing quickly came to the came to typing, and came to keyboards in the laptops we have today. And we have about noting down photo. We have lots of insights on photography. We have on how older newspapers were written. We see about holy saints and what practices were practiced in the olden days, about the jewelry, the vessels, the terracotta toys that the people of the Harappan civilization made. And every single story talks about what that particular civilization had to offer. And after this, the story is first, and after the story is said, the author linked everything in the story to everything that's happened in history so far. And each time period is unique in its own way. It has something to offer. It's The necessity has given birth to some new technology. But apart from that, this book is funny, and that's something I was not expecting in a history book. And we go time traveling, which this book talks about how it's actually time traveling, just flipping through a book and flipping through a book and seeing about olden time periods is not something that is not something that we call time traveling. Generally, time traveling is having a time machine and you travel through time inside the time machine. This is that machine because it gives you the opportunity to view everything in different time periods through a third person's view. So you can have it as a first person if you want to, but I looked at it as a third person because the stories were enjoyable and you're seeing the stories from that person's point of view. And when you get all of the first person or the third person, whichever way you're looking at it, it just gives you that main beautiful story in it. Now, this book is the winner of the Comic Con Award for the year 2012. The author has written around 25 more books for children, and it includes mysteries, historical adventures, ghost stories, and comic books. That's what it says here. And she another funny thing that I read at the start is she's waiting for someone to build a time machine for her so that she can travel to the past and have lunch with Emperor Akbar. And after I mentioned this, I have a question for you guys. If you guys had a time machine, what particular time period would you go to, and why? What would you do in that time period? If I were to get a time like that, I would probably go to the building, to the construction of the Taj Mahal, because it's always fascinated me as to how they actually took up all that marble and how they constructed such a marvelous piece of architecture. I would do that, and that is what I would do if I had a time machine. And I do have this book now, which is, like I said, it's a tomb of knowledge. It's a time machine. I would live the times. I would wear the clothes that these people wear, and I would eat the food that they eat. I would practice whatever they're doing. I would explore the world, and I would explore the different time periods. So what I would do, and I hope you guys will enjoy reading this book too. I would recommend this book for ages 9 plus because it's easy for kids to read, and it has a lot of things that is not only helpful for history, to learn about our history, but it's also helpful to enjoy as a storybook, or as it's also very interesting to enjoy as a book that you want to read normally. Yeah, and that's it for this book review, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, please leave a like on this video, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I posted the video yesterday. If you would like to see the video, please click the button above the pop-up right now and you can watch the video. Thank you so much. Stay safe. Happy reading. Bye.